Hi, you rate. It's Mr. Connolly here. I'm doing this lesson, some algebra revision for sets E1, E2, W1 and W2. And today we're going to be doing a lesson on expanding a single bracket. Okay, and we're going to work through some questions. It's going to be a starter and some questions for you to do. If at any point you want to pause the video to have a go at some of the questions, then feel free and I'll give you some time to answer that. But if you want to just see how I do the first question, answer that, and you want to then pause it and have a go at the rest of the questions, then feel free to do that also. Okay, it's up to you how you use this video. Okay, thank you. Okay, now starter one, you just need to simplify the following expressions by collecting like terms. Starter two, you need to use the answers below to simplify the following expressions. So expression A, B, C and D will match up with one of those expressions on the right. And in starter 3, in this algebraic pyramid, each brick is a sum of the two bricks below it. Complete the pyramid. So if you want to pause the video and have a go now, and then afterwards I'll go through the answers with you. Okay, starter 1. X add x add x is 3x. Okay. B, 4m add 2m add 3m is 9m. C, 10t add 3t then take away 6t is 7t. Okay, now we're starting to have different terms from D. So we've got 8x take 7x is 1x, and then 6y add 2y is 8y. Pay attention to the signs from now on. So we've got 4p add 9q add 8p take 5q. So we collect together our p's. So that's 4p add 8p, which is 12p, and 9q take away 5q, which is 4q. Then F, I have 7a take 6a, which is 1a, or just a as we write it algebraically. And then 8b add 5b is 13b, which gives me a plus 13b. And then G, I have 6u take away 8u, which is negative 2u, and then 4v take away v, which is 3v. So that's negative 2u add 3v. And then finally, I've only got u's here, but my u squareds are raised to a higher power than my u's, so they are not like terms. So I've got 3u squareds take away 2u squareds, which is 1u squared, and then 2u add 8u, which gives you 10u. So I've got u squared add 10u. If you want to pause there and have a go at starter 2, that's fine. If you've already done starter 2, we're going to go through that now. So 4 times a times 2. So if I look at the numbers, I've got 4 times 2, which is 8, and then a times a, which is a squared. So that is 8a squared. Here I've got 4 times 2 again, which is 8, and then a times b, which is a squared times b, a squared b. Then here, again, even though there's no time signs here, all of the terms are still multiplied. So it's like 2 times a times b times 4 times b. So I've got 2 times 4, which is 8, and a times b, which is ab squared. So it's 8ab squared. And finally, I've got 2 times 4 again, which is 8, but I've got a times b times a times b. So I've got a times a is a squared, b times b is b squared. 8a squared b squared. All right, now starter 3. If I look at these ones, the brick above is the sum of the two below. So if I'm looking here, this one will be a add a is 2a, and then 2b take away b is b. On the next one to the right, I've got no a terms here, but I have got minus b add 2b. So minus b add 2b gives me 1b, or just a plus b. Okay, and then if I'm adding these two, I've got 2a add 1a, which is 3a, and b add b, which is 2b. So that's 3a add 2b. Oh, there's a mistake there. That should be an add, not a subtract. Okay, moving on. So to expand a single bracket, I multiply each term inside the bracket by the term outside the bracket. We're going to do a few examples and then we're going to do some questions. Alright, so example 1, expand 5 bracket x plus 3 close bracket. So I need to multiply each term, so that's x and plus 3 by 5. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times positive 3 is positive 15. So the answer is 5x plus 15. I don't need to do anything with that now. I don't need to do anything further. That is just the expanded form of 5 bracket x plus 3 close bracket. Exercise 2. Now I've got a negative, so we need to watch out here. So when I'm multiplying the first term, negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Negative 3 times positive 4 is negative 12. So my answer is negative 6x, take away 12. Okay, now there's some questions for you to do if you want to pause the video. Watch out for the negatives. Remember, when the signs are different, my answer will be negative. When the signs are the same, my answer will be positive when I am multiplying. Okay, now for the answers. Question 1a, 4x plus 24. Question 1b, 3x add 9. Question 1c, 5x take away 10. Question 1d, 10x add 16. Now watch out for these negatives. Question 1e, negative 12x add 18. Question 1f, negative 2x squared add 2x. And question 1g, negative 30x squared take 10x. Okay. Hopefully you got those right and you're happy with what to do. Let's move on. Okay, now exercise 3 is exactly the same as the previous ones. We just have 3 terms inside our bracket. They are x plus 2y plus 4. Okay, and we're going to multiply each of those by 8. So we do the first term first. 8 times x is 8x. 8 times 2y is 16y, and 8 times positive 4 is positive 32. Here we've got some letters that we're multiplying as well, so watch out for that. Multiplying the first term, 5x times x is 5x squared. 5x times negative 2y is negative 10xy, and 5x times positive 3z is plus 15xz. Okay, and that's that done. Now here I'm just multiplying each term in the bracket here by this negative sign. When there's no number there, that means I'm multiplying everything by negative 1, which essentially changes the sign of each term inside the bracket. Okay, because when I multiply a positive by a negative 1, I get a negative, and when I multiply a negative by a negative 1, I get a positive. So first term, negative 1 times a is negative a. Second term, negative 1 times negative 2b is plus 2b, and negative 1 times negative 6c is plus 6c. Have a go at these questions, and I'll pause the video and we can go through those. Okay, these ones I'm not going to narrate the answer for, I'm just going to put the answers up. Okay, so there's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Okay, and I've already spotted a mistake in there. Perhaps if you spotted it, you can email the teacher and tell them what it is. Okay, let's move on. Here are some questions for you to do. Okay, just pause the video, have a go. Remember, when you multiply by a negative, the answer will be positive. If it's, I'll say that again. When you multiply a negative by a negative, the answer will be positive. When you multiply a negative by a positive, the answer will be negative. Okay. So if you want to pause the video now and have a go at these questions. Okay then, I'm going to go through each of these. I'm not going to narrate each one. I'm just going to put the answers up. Then hopefully won't be any mistakes like the last slide, but if there is, we'll have a look out for them. So let's do the first column. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now for the next column, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Okay, hopefully you're getting confident with expanding single brackets now. Alright, now we've got a few different sorts of questions here. Question 4, I want you to fill in the missing boxes to make the following true. Now, you might notice that what we're doing here, if you remember back in the year when we were doing factorising, which is the reverse of this process, when you fill in these boxes, what you're thinking about, well, what would I multiply to get this expanded form? So in question 4, what do I multiply 3 by, in the grey box, to get 3x? And similarly, in question 4b, what do I multiply k by to get negative 7k? Alright. In question 5, write an expanded expression for the area of the following rectangles. So we know that area we get by multiplying length times width, or base times height. So you're multiplying, you're going to create a bracket. Okay, so it's going to be, in question 5a, 7 open bracket k minus 2 close bracket, and you'll just need to multiply out that expression, that bracket. Okay, so I'm going to give you an opportunity to pause and have a go at these questions, and then we will go through them. I'll go through these questions. Okay, so question 4a, as I said, we need to think about what we're multiplying 3 by to get 3x, and that's x. 3 times x is 3x, 3 times positive 2 is positive 6. In question 4b, what do I multiply k by to get negative 7k? That is, of course, negative 7. What do I multiply negative 6 by to get positive 24? That's negative 4. What is the number that goes outside each of those, or letter, to get that? So what do I multiply 2x by to get 2x squared, 5 by to get 5x, and negative y to get negative xy? Well, you see there's an extra x in each of those terms, so I know that x is on the outside of that bracket. Here again, what number do I multiply here? And you'll notice that the signs are changing. So what do I know about the sign of the number outside? So the answer there is 3, but it's negative 3. In F, 7 times what is 7m? Well, it's 7 times n, and 7 times what gives me negative 14n? It's negative 2n. In question G, 5 times what gives me negative 20b? 4b. And 5 times what will give me 25? 5. Question 5 asks you to write an expanded expression for the area of each of the following rectangles. For that one is 7 times k minus 2, which gives you 7k, take 14. For B, we're doing 4 bracket 2x minus 5, so 4 times 2x will give me 8x, and 4 times negative 5 gives me negative 20. For C, I'm doing t bracket t plus 5 close bracket, which is t squared plus 5t. And for D, I'm doing p times 2p plus q, which gives me 2p squared plus pq. You shouldn't have two plus signs there. Okay, so by now you should be really confident in multiplying brackets. And as I said, like question 4, the reverse of this process is factorising, which is what we're going to be doing next time. Okay, example 6 here. Now, it can become a bit more involved where I have different brackets and I need to do a bit more to tidy up at the end. So here, expand and simplify the following. I need to multiply each bracket, so 4 times x gives me 4x, 4 times 3 gives me 12. negative 2 times x gives me negative 2x, and negative 2 times 5 gives me negative 10. Now, of course, I can collect the like terms. I have 4x take away 2x, which gives me 2x, and then I have 12 take 10, which gives me plus 2. Here again, watch out for the signs on this question. So x times x will give me x squared. X times 4 will give me 4x. Negative 3 times x will give me negative 3x. And negative 3 times negative 2 will give me positive 6. So collecting like terms here, I have x squared. That's the only squared term I have, so that is on its own. I have 4x take 3x, which gives me 1x, which remember I don't write the 1. And then I have plus 6 all on its own at the end. Okay, and that's an example of a quadratic expression because the highest power that I have is squared. Okay, now it's your turn to have a go at these questions. Pause the video, have a go at the questions, and then we'll go through the answers. Right then, question 6. 6a, I've got 5x take away 3x, which gives me 2x, and 30 add 3, which gives me 33. In B, I've got 7x add 6x, which gives me 13x, and negative 35 plus 12, which gives me negative 23. Here I have 2x take away 2x, which gives me 0, and I have 2 plus 2, which gives me 4. In D, 3x add x is 4x, and 9 take away 8 is 1. So it's 4x add 1. In E, I have x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 9, which gives me x squared plus 5x plus 9. In this one, I have x squared minus 5x minus x minus 4, which gives me x squared minus 6x minus 4. In G, I have x squared plus x plus 4x minus 24, which gives me x squared plus 5x minus 24. And finally, I have x squared minus 4x minus 2x plus 6, which gives me x squared minus 6x plus 6. Okay, the final lot of questions here are just to bring all of this together. Okay, they're a little bit trickier. In question 7, you need to look at the final thing that you get, okay, and work out what the missing number is. So, for example, I've got the 4k and the 3k, which I know are going to add together to give me the 7k. But then you need to work out, well, if 3 times negative 5 is negative 15, what do I need to add to negative 15 to get negative 3? And that's going to be multiplied by 4. So there's a bit of a thinking here to go in question 7. Okay, question 8 is an expanded expression for the area of the following compound shape. Okay, so you could split that. You need to think about how you can split that shape up. So obviously I can have a split that up into p times 10 and 4 times 2, okay, and see if you can do that. And then question 9, I need an expanded expression for the volume and the surface area. Okay, so the volume is all 3 lengths that are multiplied by each other, and the surface area will be the 6 different faces. Okay, and can you see what those 6 faces are? Okay, so you might need a bit more time for that one. All right, so let's go through the answers to question 7. There, that one's question is 3, because 4 times 3 is 12, and then you're adding to it 3 times negative 5. 12 take away 15 will give you negative 3 on the end there. This one, the first r term is 3 times negative r, which is negative 3r, and then I need to get to positive 1r, so I need to add 4. So you need to think about what are you going to multiply negative 2r to get positive 4. Okay, and that is negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 will give you plus 4r. So you have minus 3r plus 4r is 1r. In 7c, okay, you need to get from 2 times d is 2d. So what do you need to add to 2d to get to 7d? Well, that's 5d. So you need to do negative 5 times negative d will give you positive 5d. Okay, here, if we split this up like this, okay, you know that the areas length along the bottom splits into 6 along the bottom for A and 4 along the bottom for B. So the area of A is 6 times P. The area of B is 4 times P plus 2, which is 4P plus 8. Okay, you can do it the other way with a horizontal line. If you want to, you should get the same answer, which is 10P plus 8. Then the volume for this one, 3x times 2x is 6x squared, and then 6x squared times 3x plus 4 is 18x cubed plus 24x squared. The 6 faces, okay, so you have 2 pairs of faces that are 3x times 2x, which is 6x squared. 6x squared add 6x squared is 12x squared. You have 2 faces that are 2x times 3x plus 4, and you have 2 faces that are 3x times 3x plus 4. When you collect all the like terms, the final answer should be 42x squared plus 40x. Okay, so we got quite tricky questions there at the end. Hopefully you got on okay with those. All right, next